Welcome back to my podcast. In today's video, we're going to be talking with Gabriella, Gabby.
That's
Gabby's
fine.
probably better. We're going to be talking about making money with Airbnb. Airbnb is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but actually never had the time and actually never spoke with somebody that I've been doing it. And sitting with you, we've been doing Airbnb for how long?
Like a month and a half.
A month and a half. And I mean, I've seen your number and they're very impressive so far. So, do you want to get started, like introducing yourself?
Yeah, so hi everyone, my name is Gabrielle. I'm 25. I'm from DC. I don't know if you guys hear my daughter in the background, but I do have a 4-year-old. And me getting started with Airbnb has been life changing. It's a very exciting process as far as like furnishing the place and then getting those notifications. Airbnb just paid you out $400-$500, and those notifications are so exciting.
Priceless, I can tell. So, what made you start Airbnb?
And so I had seen it like like on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of wanted to get into it because of the hype, but I actually kind of have a similar background in Airbnb real estate. Growing up, my mom owned a 4-unit building, and we lived in one of the units. And I remember my mom used to send me to collect the rent, and I used to hate doing that shit. I was like, damn, like, oh, why do I gotta go do it? Like, it was just like I didn't like it. But it's funny because now that's what I want to do, and that's kind of what I do with Airbnb.
Right.
And it's just funny thinking back how sometimes our parents prepare us. We hate what they make us do, but they prepare us for what we currently do in the future. And that's kind of what happened. I did take a real estate sales course, and I took the test once, failed it. I haven't gone back to it, but I am interested in real estate because someone is always going to need a place to stay. And Airbnb for me was kind of like the easiest way to get in the door.
Right. Okay.
And it's been exciting.
Oh wow, I can't even imagine. You show me the number. So okay, let's talk about, like, you always talk about how you got started with Airbnb, and what made you choose DC, because we know DC is very saturated. There's a lot of competition in DC.
There is?
Yeah. I mean, if you go online, you look at DC, it's very competitive. So what made you to choose DC instead of Maryland, for example? Because you could have done it in Bethesda, Rockville, Capitol High, but you decided to go with Washington, D.C.
Well, I decided because it's in my backyard. So perfectly conveniently, my property is actually like 10 minutes away from my house. So if I need to run up there real quick, I'm able to do so. Like one time, at the moment, I'm still cleaning my unit because I want to see a little bit more profit. To pay back, the credit cards, which I'm pretty sure we'll get into. But one of my guests needed some toilet paper, and I said, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I didn't notice that I hadn't left the extra roll, and I guess she used it all, and I was like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And I got an amazing review from her. She gave me feedback in the private note. So Airbnb has your reviews can be public, but the guests can also send you a private note. So she sent me a private note with feedback, positive feedback, and then things that I can improve. But she sent it private so no one can see, and she still gave me an amazing review.
Okay, I love it. So you chose DC because it's easy to manage your properties. Because it's in your surrounding.
Right, yeah. Okay. That was the main reason.
So, and then how did you get started? Because it does cost money to make money, in my opinion. So how did you get started? Like, how did you get to the point where you go to the landlord, because do you own the property that you don't own it, right? So basically, are you renting it? Did you buy somebody's rent, or you went on and signed the lease yourself?
I signed the lease.
So how did you go about it?
Okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning. Just like everybody else, I took a course. I actually took several courses, and on one of these, I don't know if it was a course that I took or a live, somebody said you're never really gonna experience what you're learning, what you're taking courses until you do it. And that shit hit really hard for me because I'm like, okay, I keep taking all these courses because you can learn different things from different people. Different people do the same thing differently. So you can, what they say, you can skin as many ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
So I took a lot of courses. I invested a lot of money in courses, and one day I just started looking, and I looked. I found my property on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, interesting.
So I literally searched, put my city, put the mile radius from that city, and I DM'd a lot of people. And because I took a lot of courses, I was able to be in some Facebook groups.
Okay.
So let me see.
So you knew exactly what to tell the landlord when you were pitching into them.
I had posted a screenshot on one of the group chats, and I said, "Hey, like, is this a good way to reach out to people?" And they was like, "No, you should never say it like that." So someone sent me a script back. So that's one of the benefits of investing in yourself, taking courses because you're connected to people that do the same thing that you want to do.
Right.
And some people have more experience in these courses, which in my case someone else did.
Okay.
And they sent me a script. It's a long script that I don't mind sharing with you.
Okay.
But the script was lengthy, but it got me a lot of no's that led me to my yes.
How many no's did it take you until you get your first yes?
A lot. I mean, like, people left me, like, I'm not really Facebook savvy, so I couldn't tell if people were leaving me on red, but a lot of people said no, and then I would ask them, like, okay, I know you said no for this property, but do you happen to manage any other properties?
Right.
Or can you refer me to any of the other places? No. And I just got a yes. And the easy thing or the convenient thing about this script is that all you're doing is literally copy paste send, copy paste send, copy paste send.
Make it easier for you to reach out to other people.
I would send maybe like 20, 30 DMs a day, but it's not hard because you're just looking at through Facebook Marketplace. You're looking through Facebook Marketplace, looking at properties that you like, because this is a place where you're gonna be making money from.
Right.
So you gotta like the property. It has to be updated because it's now that I'm sitting here with you. I viewed a property like right around the corner from where I have mine, and it was totally outdated. Like the bathroom was outdated, and I still went to see the property. I knew what the property looked like, but I wanted to get that experience from the landlord, and she told me no, but it's okay because I found a property right around the corner from her. And what I like about my property is that there is no concierge.
Okay.
It's literally,
what is a concierge?
A concierge is someone who sits at the front, kind of like a security, someone who receives packages, someone who lets people in. There is none of that in my building. It's a small building, maybe like 15 units.
15 units? Is it an apartment building?
It's an apartment building.
Condo? It's an apartment?
It's an apartment building. 3 floors, no elevator. I am unfortunately on the 3rd floor. I was going to be on the 2nd floor, but...
That's crazy. So, you got this Airbnb. How did you go about funding it? So, hold on. So, the landlord, you pitching into it because the Facebook group told you what to tell them, and they got you in. So, now you got the place. What do you do? What do you do there?
I go meet with the landlord. The person the property manager got back to me. I did not meet with the owner.
Okay,
with
gotcha.
the property management company. I met the guy. We genuinely vibed. So I was honest with him. I said, "Hey, this is my first time doing Airbnb." I'm sorry. I said, I want to use the property for Airbnb. And then I said, this is my first time doing Airbnb. I don't have any experience. I don't have much capital, but I got hustle. And I know this shit is going to work. Like, I just know it's going to work. And he advised me to not put it in my business name or under LLC because I wouldn't have the documentation such as like the funds to back it up. So it is under my name. So we're not playing about that rent. That rent is going to get paid because I understand that credit is everything.
Right. Is it one of the conditions they told you is like you have to put Airbnb under your name to kind of protect themselves? Because if you have it under LLC, they kind of can't get after you because of the limited liability.
Right.
So they wanted you to put your name in it so they can kind of have access to it if you don't pay your rent?
No. He advised me not to put it in my LLC because I would need more documentation. Bank statements to show that my business was making money.
Got you.
And I don't have that. I do have 2 LLCs, but not enough money to show that I can pay for that rent.
Got you. Makes sense.
So it is under my name, and I got accepted like instantly, like good credit.
So I got a question. Why is the landlord not doing Airbnb instead of renting out his property to somebody that's going to be doing Airbnb? Did you ask him that question?
Well, no, because I didn't meet with the landlord.
Oh, the
I met with the property manager.
Okay, I got you.
And like I said, we vibed genuinely. It was a nice business connection, and he kind of advised me through the process. He guided me, and it was a smooth transaction.
That is crazy. So now you got a property. Where do you go from there?
So now you gotta get the money. For the furniture, I did use my business credit card, but for the first month deposit and the rent, I had some money saved up, so I just used that because liquidating the credit card is a process. I'm still learning how to do that, so I was like, I don't have time for that. Like, I have to have this money submitted by this date, and that's that. I believe I paid for the rent probably a little bit over $4.
Okay.
And to furnish the Airbnb, I did use my business credit card for that, and that was around a little over $3K.
$3K? Okay.
To furnish a 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Two bedroom, 1 bath. $3K is not too bad. What did you shop? What did you go shopping?
I did most of my shopping, majority, Amazon and thrift store.
Amazon. What did you buy at Amazon?
I bought my bed. I bought tables. I bought mattress. Towels.
Like, we talk about the mattresses. I still can't believe that Amazon sells mattresses.
Amazon everything.
It's crazy.
Amazon sells everything.
Oh my god! So you got the furniture, you set them up, because I'm pretty sure you have a very nice skill when it comes to decorating. Because I promise you, if I was the one decorating it, people probably won't try to book the Airbnb because I suck at that. So you took your time to decorate the place, and then how long did it take you to put it live on Airbnb?
So in these courses, they're gonna tell you that you should take no more than a week to put your unit live, because after a week it eats into your money.
Okay.
So because it was my first one, I had to return a lot of stuff. Like at the UPS post office, they know me because I was back and forth returning stuff. And I'm like, hey, I know I'm back. I got like 10 packages with me. I'm like, I'm returning all of this. Then I'm going back the second day with another 10 packages. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm back. But all of this has to be returned. So I took about like 2.5 weeks to list it.
Okay.
And even with me taking 2.5 weeks to list it, I still, I only had to put up $500 from my money to cover the rent, which I was not mad at.
That's not too bad.
Because I was like, I was satisfied. Even though I had to put up my own money, I was like, I still made majority of the rent.
Right.
And so I was not mad. And for July, numbers looking good.
I saw it. So like, does it show you that based on the people that booked you, or like, how does it work?
Yeah. So let me pull up the app.
So you started last month, right?
Yes.
You started last month, and this is like the first full month. July is like the first full month.
Yes.
And so far, you still have some availability. Like, you're not fully booked yet.
No, I still have a couple weekdays, but my weekends are booked, and that's the most important thing.
Okay. Do you set your price? Do you like charge people higher on the weekend than on the weekdays?
So my price right now is $150 a night.
$150 a night? Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for 2 bedrooms, like in DC. Mm-hmm.
And I'm in a good spot. I'm near hospitals. I'm near colleges. I'm not too far from 8th Street from Florida Avenue, so I can kind of attract different people. I can attract nurses, college students, and then just people coming in for the weekend to have some fun.
Got you. Oh man, that's crazy. That is $150. That Damn.
So I'm still working on my pricing because I do have a goal. Like I would like to make at least $6K a month, but I realized that comes with the pricing. You cannot, like a month only has 30 days, 31 maybe. Yeah. But you can't add more days into that month. Right. So what you have to do is play with the pricing.
Okay. And also, like, I just want to go back a little bit. How long was the lease that you signed? It's a
year lease.
A year lease?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's either you make money or you end up paying for that place for the whole month.
Right. Yeah. Which I'm not gonna do. So
no, I'm just saying like, that's the risk that comes with it, right? That's like the biggest risk, which is like if it doesn't work, you still gotta pay out of pocket, and that's gonna like hit your profit.
Yes, because like I said, I understand the importance of credit. Right. I understand the importance of my name, and that's something that I'm not willing to put at risk.
Right, makes sense. And you also have to know, like, at the end of the year, the rent is gonna go up. I think to renew it.
I'm pretty sure it has, but honestly, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's you have a full year until you get to the point you have to renew the lease. But like already, like you can show me the number for like this month.
Yes,
I think I glanced into it. I saw a little bit what you did.
Let
me see.
You gonna show it to the camera?
So far you have 4 reviews. As you say, you want to make $6K a month.
Yes.
But like that's your goal so far. For like hopefully August and moving forward. But like of course you have to build a review, maybe lower your price a little bit to get people to give you reviews as they stay at your place for the beginning.
Well, no, 150 has been working for me. The reviews come after the person leaves. So the reviews, they take in consideration how clean the place is. Is it accurate compared to the pictures that are posted?
Right.
How easy it is to access the unit, the check-in process, the cleanliness, and just like the overall experience.
Do you have one of those like lock those virtual keys, or like you have to put the key in, and how the tenant check in?
So right now I don't have a lockbox. At first for my first 2-3 guests, I was meeting the people and giving them a fob.
Okay.
Because when I signed the lease, the guy didn't tell me that the front door had a code. So one of my last guests, she said, I lost the fob, and I'm like, excuse me?
Oh my God!
You lost what? And I basically told her like, you're gonna get charged.
Oh yeah.
So she called around the restaurant that she went to, and she called me back. She's like, "Hey Gabriella, I found it." I said, "I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did." No, I'm playing, but she found it, and she was before she had called me to tell me that she had found it. She said, "Are you around to let me in the unit?" And I'm like, "No, like I'm far in Maryland. Like I don't plan on coming back home anytime soon. Like I'm not even driving." So someone let her in the building, and she told me that. She said, "Yeah, they just put in a code," and I'm like, the front door has a code. Like I had never noticed it.
Okay.
So I knocked on one of the residents' doors, and I said, "Hey, what's the code to the front door? I'm a resident upstairs, and I don't have it." So they gave me the code, and now I have a code, so I don't have to meet the people up to give them the fob.
Okay.
Which is like a check, like.
You can just give them the code to get in and
automation.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the front door also has electronic keypad. So all they do is enter a code and they're in.
Oh man, interesting. So we're gonna go back. You started last month. You have how many reviews? You got 4 reviews. Your response rate is 95%, which is pretty good. So let me see which one. Let me try to show it here. It's too bright. I'm gonna try to show it here. I don't know if you guys can see. For July, it's $3,273, and you still have some dates that need to be booked. Like you still have time to fill it up. I think you can bring it up to 4K, which is
that'd be double.
That's insane. So last month you made like what?
Maybe 1,600.
1,600?
Yeah,
for like half a month, right?
Yeah.
And that's insane. That's insane. So you have 13 days of booking, and you're going to be making, I would say, 3,200 for 13 days, and you still have like a couple more days to be able to. I feel as you can get.
Read some of the reviews.
Read some of the reviews. That's insane. So what do you do to make sure that the client, after they come to your place, leave you some reviews? Like, do you talk to them? What do you do differently than the people that are doing the same thing as you?
Okay, so first of all, you have to have customer service. Okay. You have to be nice to people. Like, if you guys don't read, I recommend reading How to Win Friends and Influence People. It literally teaches you how to deal with people. I'm halfway through that book, and then another one is The 4 Agreements. It kind of teaches you about yourself. Like, I can't be mad at your actions. Like I have to remain calm, and just teaches you about your character and how to just handle situations.
Right.
So reading it has helped me a lot with my customer service because I'm doing the inner work to not react when you do something. So like I was saying, customer service, and then just being attentive. Like when someone responds, I respond back immediately. Because let's say you're looking for the Wi-Fi and you can't set up the Wi-Fi. But if I respond immediately and I help you with that issue, that's going to be like, oh, wow, Gabriella did an amazing job. Versus, damn, Gabriella took 5 hours to respond and I couldn't connect my phone. I couldn't connect my laptop.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't do my work or whatever, the scenario is. But I'm being responsive and then just being nice and then offering my guests suggestions like, hey, have you ever been to DC?
Okay.
If you haven't, can I suggest some activities? What type of food do you like? What type of things do you like to do? And then I don't know what they're gonna say, so whenever they respond back, I get on Google. Okay, this person likes, because sometimes when you're from a particular place, like, you still don't explore your city.
Oh,
like
I'm guilty of that.
Like how many times have you been to downtown DC?
I don't go to downtown.
That's what I'm saying. But we're from here.
I don't go to downtown DC.
That's what I'm saying. I don't either.
Yeah.
But to someone coming in, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to downtown with a president in.
You want to go to the White House?
Yes.
I don't want to be there.
So I don't really know what's to do downtown, what's to eat, but I'm gonna Google it.
Right.
To give them back, suggestions that, and even if they don't go to the suggestions, it was the thought that count. It was the effort.
Right.
And, people appreciate little things like that.
And how do you have special things that you add to your place, for example, like coffee, drinks, so you can maximize your income? Do you have different things that you do to increase your income?
What is it called? A kettler? The coffee maker?
Yeah.
I got that from the thrift store. I have that, and I order the coffee from Amazon. I have ketchup and mustard packs that I order from Amazon that I have in the refrigerator. I have sugar packs in there, and then I like to leave 4 waters and some chips there.
So you charge them for anything that they use. So if they use the water, do you charge them for water?
No. It's like 4 water bottles.
Oh, okay.
4 water bottles in the fridge, so when they come in, they're probably thirsty, hot. And then just like a quick 4 bags of chip, a quick little snack meal while they settle down, decide.
So it's all included with the price that you're offering them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But like I said, I'm still learning myself. So one thing that, any entrepreneur is going to tell you, it just has to make sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I know that maybe my price will change in the next maybe month or two once I see an average of my water bill, my electricity bill, because you do have to factor in those things. But I called Pepco the other day, and my bill is like $20 or $30. It's not much.
$30 a month.
For July.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah,
I'm sorry, June, July.
For June.
For June.
$30 that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you have a full month, probably can be double, $60.
So one thing that I do want to go back in and add in my profile is to put this in caps. Please do not leave any lights on. Please do not, because those are things that are cost.
Exactly. And most of the time when people do come to the Airbnb, they don't stay there until nighttime. So throughout the day, if you don't turn off the light's gonna be on all day.
Right, and
it's gonna cost you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
But honestly, the couple guests that I haven't had anybody rude. I haven't had anybody misuse my place. I haven't had anything broken, anything stolen. I haven't had any bad experiences
so far. That's pretty good. Though. You had how many people did you have so far?
I'm not sure.
Those are the reviews, recent reviews. So you got 4 people that gave you reviews, which is pretty good. Let me see your listing. There's any link to the listing, because I'm gonna try to add it on the description. So if anybody is watching it from anywhere, they can kind of book your place. Let me see. Can I see the pictures?
Yeah.
I don't know how to get there. I only book on Airbnb. I actually never host.
So you go to menu.
You're gonna get me excited and try to get into Airbnb now. It's something that I thought about for a long time, but I just never took time to. Let me see. Oh my God, decoration is insane.
And the main color is red, and I didn't even mean it to be red.
Oh wow. And you also went to different areas and took pictures of the surrounding, DC.
No, those pictures are from Google.
Google. That's crazy. This is pretty good.
Thank you.
This is pretty freaking good. Oh man. So What would you tell somebody that want to get into Airbnb, for example? Like somebody like me, I wanted to do it. Now that you told me this, and I'm probably gonna think about it even more. It's like, okay, how can I try to put myself in a position where I can start my own Airbnb, maybe partner with people to get it started? What would you suggest to me?
First, decide what area you want to go into. Decide, look around and see what's in that area, and then do your comps. I used things like AirDNA.
AirDNA. What is it?
It's just a platform that compares, that does the comps for you. Compares areas and the type of money that those different areas are making.
Right.
AirDNA,
damn. And is it free or you gotta pay for it?
No, you have to pay for these platforms.
Of course it is. You gotta pay for it.
And some of them are pricey.
God. And so, like, let's just say like this month, July, based on the numbers that you have, what's your profit margin on like, I would say on a monthly basis with your projection? After you pay off your rent, your electricity, all this stuff.
For July, I believe it's a little over $1,000, which isn't bad for me because I just started $1,000 that I didn't really do anything for.
Right, exactly.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's passive because I'm still cleaning the unit, but it's $1,000 that, like I said, I didn't do much for.
I know. How did you feel after you got your first booking though? Like, I know that's a special feeling.
I put it live on Friday at like maybe 3 p.m. At like 4 p.m. I had a booking. I hadn't even had Wi-Fi in the unit. Like, there was no Wi-Fi.
Wait, for real?
So for real. So I'm scrambling. I'm like, my friend had sent me a flyer that T-Mobile was having a sale on the Wi-Fi for $50. I'm scrambling. I'm like, I'm calling around. Hey, do you guys still have that $50 promotion? Like, I need some Wi-Fi right now. So I called. I went to the T-Mobile store, and I'm like, okay, can somebody come install it right now? He said, install it. It's literally a little box that you set up yourself. And I said, okay, is it easy to set up? Because I got somebody coming in, and yada, yada, yada. And because it was my first guest, I was like, hey, I'm going to the liquor store. Do you guys want something to drink? He told me what he wanted. I had it in the unit for him.
Oh, that's amazing. I wish all the hosts was like you. Like, oh my God, they get chips, water, and drinks too?
Yeah, so because he was my first one, I did give him.
Damn.
They wanted some Blue Moon beer, something like that.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever they wanted.
And I was like, I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never drank that, but I got you. And the young man who booked, it was his first booking, and he was my first booking.
That's exciting.
So I was like, what you want to drink? I got you.
That's exciting. Oh,
it was him and 2 other young guys.
Okay.
And they was good. They left my unit impeccable. The only thing that my unit was smelling like a lot of cologne.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I mean, that's good. Like, that's really good.
I
was thinking about something like,
I was like,
say weed, but
did you guys really have to spray that much? I'm playing, but
hey, that's better than, you know, like,
yeah.
That can be worse. Cologne, you can work with it.
Yeah. No, it was cool.
So would you say like the course that you took before getting into Airbnb was useful, or like you just spent too much money realizing that you could have done it regardless of you taking the course?
Oh, I was waiting for this question. And the reason why I was waiting for this question is because I feel like sometimes we doubt ourselves. So we try to over-equip with information. Like, I gotta know everything. And it's not the first time that I do it in business. Just trying to take a whole bunch of courses and learn everything. And it's like, you can't learn everything. And back to the first point that I made, you're never really going to experience the business until you do it.
Exactly.
So, like, oh, there goes my daughter.
She's hungry.
You're never going to experience what it feels like for someone to lose your key fob until you have that property. You're never going to experience a bad review until you get it because you have the property. You're never going to experience $1,000 free until you get the property. So it was like, I had to do it. And then after I had signed the lease, I had given him the money. I was like, dang, like, I got $2,100 over my head. Like, what am I gonna do? And then I had to talk myself. I said, Gabby, this is what you wanted. Calm down. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna make the $2,100, and And even if you don't, you're going to learn something from it. Because I know not every month is going to be good. I know it's going to be things that happen. But at least I got that first experience.
Oh, God. Because, like, I think I was talking to one of my friends. I told him, like, look, many people try to get a lot of knowledge and they don't have any action behind it. I'd rather be with that dude that have, like, as the minimum knowledge but a lot of action behind that, because like I feel like action is what really gets you what you want.
Yeah, no, because I could still be taking courses.
Yeah,
and not be here.
Spend a lot of money just on courses and don't act on it, and it's so sad.
And like I said, everyone offers different things. If the course is $25, go ahead and get it. But use the knowledge that you learned with that $25 course and use it.
How much would you say the course was, like the average?
My most expensive one was $1,000.
$1,000?
Yeah,
that's not too
but
bad.
It was
not too bad.
But not everyone has $1,000 laying around.
No, I agree. But like, how long was it? How long was the course? Was it self-paced or like?
Yeah, it was self-paced.
Like, how long would you say it took you to complete the whole thing?
I don't even think I completed it all the way.
So you spent $1,000 not just one shit?
Well, no, I got through the first initial, but I don't think I completed like down to the last module.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I did put that action behind. I did take the first steps, and it got me to my property. And so far, it's been good. And like I was saying, a lot of like we just said, a lot of people spend a lot of money on courses and then trying to over-equip themselves and then never do anything. And like I said, it's not my first time that I do that. Mm-hmm. But, it just comes with, being more confident. And then this done boosted up my confidence.
But like, how does it work when you get to, like, because I know now it's summer. Airbnb might be busy. But when you get to winter, what did the course say, for example, about winter? Because I feel like winter was going to be a little slower.
Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily... The courses didn't necessarily talk about seasons, summer, fall, winter. They mentioned like businesses have up and down. Don't expect every month to be great. Mm-hmm. But like I did mention, I am near hospitals, right. So I can target travel nurses, and I am near colleges. So I'm near Washington MedStar Hospital, and I'm near Children's Hospital. I'm not too far from Howard. I'm right around the corner from Trinity University. Not too far from UDC. Right around the corner from American University. So
college students sometimes they have the fun flying over. They want to get Airbnb. That's a good setup. That's a good spot. I can already see it in my hand right now.
So I don't. You always gotta think positive. I don't foresee too many issues because, like I said, I am near those amenities that a travel nurse wants to be near a hospital. Like she's gonna spend a lot of time working. You don't want to spend too much time commuting. So I'm like a 10-minute drive from these hospitals.
Okay. Oh man.
And a 10-minute Uber might be, $12. Like
they can afford that.
It's not.
This is not too big too, so like they easily can move from one spot to the next one without spending a lot of time and a lot of money.
It's not
the money, but the time is very important to those people. So like having your Airbnb in that strategic area definitely puts you in a better position for the people that are going to be booking you.
I'm near 2 metro stations and I'm near like buses, so you can easily take a bus to Children's Hospital, Washington Hospital, or to the train station.
That's exciting. Oh yeah. So like I don't know, like probably gonna have to wait till maybe. I need to see how you do in winter because I feel like I would love to get into it now, but the thing is like I feel like winter is coming up like pretty soon. So I have to see how you do in the winter, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready for next summer. Maybe DC. I don't know exactly where we'll see, but like.
Another tool that you guys can use is TikTok. So I had watched a TikTok video, and they had given the young lady had shared a tip on how to find properties, apartment complexes that accept that Airbnb short-term rental business model. And the tip was go on to Airbnb, type in the city that you want to do, and zoom in to the streets. And they get like a coordinate, get 2 streets, and then call those nearby apartments. And I was like, that's a really good idea.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Because when you look at it, you kind of can see how much they make in a day. and you kind of can see what's around those properties that you're looking at, and now you kind of can project how much you can make. That makes so much sense.
So if you don't have, $1,000 to spare for a course, or even $500,
right.
It is tools, but the thing about a course is that it's kind of like a shortcut.
Yeah.
So you just gotta outweigh your pros and your cons. Look at somebody, follow somebody that you like that does the business model, and pay close attention to them.
Oh wow, man! I don't want to take too much of your time. I think we've been here for like 38 minutes, and I feel like you spit a lot of knowledge into this vlog. And I personally will go back and rewatch it over and over and over. I feel like I got a course. I literally got a free course on how to get into Airbnb. So like I would take my time, go into it, try to see how I can set up my own business as well. And how can people find you on social media?
My Instagram is Gabriella GABRIELAA.JM.
That's long. And also like you have different businesses that you're doing on the side.
Yes, I'm also a DMV lash tech, so you need your lashes done to look pretty, to go get that Airbnb property. Come to me first, and then you go get the property.
Do you have a different account for that, or is this like the same account that you use?
I do, but it's right in my bio.
Okay, yeah. So like you can find everything on Instagram. And anything else you want to share to promote yourself?
Not just one more thing that a lot of successful people say is it's okay to be a copycat. Okay? As long as you're copying the right cat, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like I said, just find somebody that you like that's doing Airbnb or anything else that you like.
Right.
Find that person and just follow what they do.
That makes so much sense.
You don't have to try to reinvent the wheel, try to rename Airbnb or whatever. Just follow,
Follow the footsteps of people that are doing or have done what you want to do.
And just do it. You just gotta start.
Yeah, action is very important. You can learn as much as you want. If you don't put action behind it, you will not.
You're never really gonna learn.
Exactly. So thank you so much for taking your time and sitting with me and shooting this podcast. I'm very excited about how I'm gonna upload it. I'm also gonna put the link to your Airbnb down below. If anybody wanna come to DC, anybody watching this from like a different spot and they're thinking about coming to DC, they can go to you. Give them a discount because they watch this.
They gotta message me and let me know.
So if you watch this and you wanna book her, ask for a discount. She might give you a discount. Maybe like what? You said 95?
That's what I said?
Nah, I'm just messing with you. But you can get a discount if you try to. No, there's no discount. You're gonna pay $150 because she's trying to make her money. So thank you so much for sitting with me, and hopefully we can catch up later on and see how.
A part two?
Yeah, I don't mind having part two about this. To follow up on how you're doing during winter. Okay. Winter is very important because I feel like that's when things get a little dry. So we'll see how winter goes, and then maybe I might be going to student moving forward. So
okay, now.
Thank you so much, and I hope everybody can subscribe, follow, and don't forget to follow on Instagram. So thank you so much.
Please press this button to subscribe.